A local author is tackling marriage counseling in her new book. She wrote a book called Dear Wife. She says it's 10-minute invitations to practice connection with your husband, and we want to welcome author Amanda Davidson here today to our studios. Thank you so much for coming in today. I first want to start just a little bit with your background, because you're from Fergus Falls, a MSUM grad. Did you always know you wanted to write a book?
No, I never had a dream to write a book. I did have a dream to help marriages, though. So I did go into counseling or grad school for counseling, and started that path. But I never thought I would be writing a book, no.
So what do you do when you're not writing? Are you counseling as well?
I am not. I'm leading the nonprofit ministry called A Wife Like Me. That's become kind of a full-time job, but more than that, I'm just a wife and a mom of 3. So that's my main job.
So talk a little bit about what inspired you to write this book. You touched on it a little bit, but being inspired and then actually doing it's another thing.
Yeah, well, being inspired myself, I needed the help. I felt alone in marriage. I felt frustrated and unseen, and I just wanted more out of my marriage. So sort of twofold with that, being my heart and wanting help for myself in my marriage. I was frustrated, but I didn't want to divorce. And really just feeling and hearing from wives that is what we ache for and we're yearning for, is to thrive in a marriage, but yet maybe we just don't know how. That really propelled myself and the team to write Dear Wife.
What kind of talk about why this is different than other books? There's a lot of self-help, especially with relationship self-help books out there. What makes your book different?
Yeah, it's different because first off, it's written just to wives. There's a lot of couples books out there and resources for couples, but Dear Wife is only for wives, and we really focus on how a wife can thrive in her marriage, but first by going to God and having a relationship with Jesus Christ first, because that's where everything begins and that's where we thrive. So we really point wives to that, and if wives are unsure what that looks like, we really help them in that process to really discover who is Jesus and how do I have a relationship with him, and then bring that connection to their husbands and really build a stronger marriage there after the relationship with Christ.
Now you share your personal experience in this book as well. Was that difficult to do, and why did you, because it starts off not so great, but maybe everyone has a story that's not so great to start with.
I think in some ways we do. We all struggle. It's hard to know that and maybe be vulnerable with that because of social media, and we see the highlight reels of everyone's lives, and so we can feel alone. But I do think we each have certain struggles, and definitely I have had them of my own, and made poor decisions, and had to walk through the consequences of those. But yeah, I share that openly because I just hope that it will bring encouragement to other wives as well. So it's necessary, and it's part of my story, and I think it's part of a lot of women's stories, but we just aren't talking about it openly.
Who is this book for?
This book would be for any wife, all wives, no matter their backgrounds, no matter where they're at in their marriage, if they're empty nesters, if they're moms of young kiddos, maybe even if they aren't a wife yet but hope to be, or they have been married and long to be again. It's really for any woman who would consider herself a wife or wants to be.
How would you do it? Because it's not a very big book. What kind of format? It looks like it would be an easy read.
It is, yeah. We wrote it for the busy woman because we know we're all busy. And we have it broken down in sort of bite-sized pieces. There are 26 different invitations that we provide. So the wife is able to read through that and examine a certain way that Jesus himself created connection. And then from that, she's invited to create or experience that connection with Christ. And then we challenge her to go and create that same connection with her husband. So it's really kind of a daily walkthrough and very practical for wives.
Where can people find your book?
It's on Amazon, so feel free to just go there and you can find it there.
And do you have any other speaking engagements coming up or going on? How do people find out more about you?
Yeah, myself is just at amandadavison.com. Otherwise, our main ministry page is at wifelikeme.com.
Thank you so much for coming in. Brand new, it just came out in May.
Yes, brand new.
Check it out. Thank you so much for coming in. Stay with us. Coming up next, the importance of having high quality sunglasses.